What if I told you that the real reason your partner doesn't change has absolutely nothing to do with how much you explain yourself, how much you love them, or even how smart they are? What if it's about something much, much deeper? It sounds shocking, right? But we've all been there. We sit across from them, thinking, if they're so intelligent, so capable, so educated, why can't they just change this one thing? We ask this question with so much frustration, with heartbreak, and with a desperate kind of hope. Because so much is at stake. We've invested months, years, maybe even decades of our lives. They've invested, too. And on the surface, the requests we're making don't seem complicated at all. We just need them to call when they say they will. We need them to ask about our day and actually listen to the answer. We just want a kiss, a soft touch, maybe for them to initiate intimacy once in a while. It's not like we're asking them to climb Mount Everest. It feels so simple, and yet, they don't do it. They'll tell us they love us. Sometimes they look like they're really, truly listening. They don't flat out refuse. But still, day after day, nothing changes. For us, these simple acts of connection are easy. They're as natural as speaking our native language. So why can't they just do it, Walia? Here is the uncomfortable truth. Emotional change isn't like learning a new recipe or replying to an email. It's as hard as trying to run up a sheer cliff face. It's as difficult as trying to lift a car with your bare hands. The difficulty doesn't show itself. It's invisible, but it's every bit as real and as solid as granite. When we demand, why can't you just do this for me? We're not seeing the decades of life that shaped them. We're not seeing the thousands of small, forgotten incidents, especially from their childhood, that slowly and meticulously molded their emotional wiring. Maybe their dad left when they were young. Maybe their mom constantly undermined them for years. Maybe they only survived their childhood by learning to shut down their feelings or avoid conflict at all costs. These weren't just random quirks. They developed. They were survival strategies. Character is tough. It's as strong as catgut. It's as hard to alter as muscle tissue. And this has absolutely nothing to do with intelligence. They can excel at their job. They can negotiate million-dollar deals. They can ace a test at Harvard. But this emotional stuff is a completely different order of difficulty. We can just decide to run at a different emotional temperature any more than we can decide to change our eye color or wake up tomorrow and compete in the Olympics. There are no visible markers of this internal struggle. There's no flashing sign above their head that says, "Warning, emotional mountain ahead." And so, we assume it's just willfulness. We assume it's stubbornness. We assume it's spite. But really, what we're up against is one of the central tripwires of human existence. This isn't just a haphazard problem or a mean streak in their personality. It's as fixed as the pyramids of Giza. It's as difficult to reverse as the direction of the Rhine River. If we wanted to truly change them, we'd need a time machine. We would have to fly back into their past and give them a completely different childhood. That is not on you, and their inability to change is not your failure. You weren't weak. You weren't foolish. You were trying to remake a human being from the inside out. You were trying to bend the laws of time and space. How incredibly noble. How brave. And how heartbreakingly human of you. So if you decide to leave, please don't add guilt on top of your pain. Don't tell yourself it's because of something small, or because you just didn't try hard enough. You were attempting to retool emotional DNA with your bare hands. And if you decide to stay, know this. You're not asking for too much. You're asking for what's normal. It's just that what's normal for you is not normal for them. This is the hard truth, but it's also a freeing one. Their inability to change isn't proof that you're unworthy of love or that you're not enough. It's proof of how deeply and profoundly our early lives shape us. And maybe, just maybe the kindest thing you can do for yourself is to stop trying to climb their mountain and start climbing your own. So, what do you think? Have you ever tried to change someone and felt like you were pushing against an invisible wall? I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need to hear this perspective today. Because the more we understand the hidden forces that shape love, the less we'll blame ourselves for the things we couldn't fix. Thanks for watching.